Hello everyone, this is Susie from the Frazzled Flamingo, and today I'm going to show you how to do a peek-a-boo. And a peek-a-boo is just like this. You put vinyl on top of a surface that you've prepped. It can be glittered surface, it could be alcohol ink, paints, Bombay water-based inks, anything that you've pre-prepped and sealed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this vinyl on, and then we're going to paint over it or glitter over it, and then remove this to show what we did underneath. So first things you're going to need for this is you're going to need a prep cup. If you do not already know how to prep a cup, go down to the other videos below and look for how to prep a cup and watch that video. Next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to prep your base, and you're going to want it either painted, alcohol inked, glittered, and you're going to want to seal all them with a coat or two of Brite tones for those that are using epoxy free, or with epoxy for those that use epoxy. For the epoxy free method, that's what I use. If you do not know how to glitter a cup from beginning to end with epoxy free, again, stop this video and go down to the bottom links and watch the video of how to glitter a cup epoxy free method from beginning to end. And then you'll be right where we are. But again, you don't have to glitter it. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need your vinyl, and you're going to want to pick out your pattern or just one picture. It doesn't matter. One silhouette shape, or you can do a whole paisley design or flowers or whatever design you want. You're going to want to print this out on your Cricut, your silhouette, and you're going to have to weed these. And you want to make sure you are using removable vinyl. You can get removable vinyl. Boy, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? Like I said, with Cricut, like this one is, or 631 is removable. You do not want to use permanent vinyl. It will not come off. It will mess up your project. So be sure you're using removable. You're going to want some transfer tape so that you can take your pattern from this onto your cup. You're also going to want some tweezers or something so you can weed your vinyl. And these are on our website. These are called precision tweezers. They're very, very pointy and sharp. I don't know if you can see that. But they are awesome at getting the job done. We do have these, again, on our website. A weeding ring. And if you don't have a weeding ring, you can make your own weeding container. That way, what this does is you can put the little bits in here, and if you don't have one of these, we do have these on our website, but you can also make you one. We all have these containers. They're when they become empty, we are an eco-friendly company, so we like to recycle whatever we can. So I took one of these and I turned it into this. I just painted the lid, and I put fabric with Mod Podge on the outside just to decorate it. I don't want anything all, just plain. We gotta fancy it up. And then if you look, you have these little edges that grab the vinyl and take it off your tool. And it gets it all in there. When it gets full, you dump it, and it saves from all those little bits being all over your workshop. So, I also want to share, this is one of my favorite glitters. It's called Mother of Dragons. It is a chameleon color shift. It is just beautiful. I don't know, it probably ain't showing on this, but just look at that. And again, we are an eco-friendly company, so our bags are eco-friendly. And it's okay. It's great when you can get them already in the shaker. But our question was, well, then when your shaker's empty and you need a new one, what do you do with your shaker? You throw it away. Well, this is plastic. And this is biodegradable bags. They're degradable by, these ones are small. I think it's like 5% a year, but eventually they will. So you can take this bag and throw it away. Recycle it if you want. But then you just refill it into your shaker and you're being eco-friendly. Anyway, that's how we are today. All right, what I'm going to start with is I'm just going to do a quick how we weed these projects and what weeding is. I had no clue when I first started, so it's always good to have someone show you what the heck is weeding, what are they talking about. So the best thing to do is you get your edge up. I don't even know if can you see it? And then you just begin to pull lightly, very carefully. Pull it off. And you're trying to get all this extra off so you can get down to your design. There we go. Slow and easy. Don't get in a big hurry, because if you do, then you could pull your whole design off. So, all right, so there we have that, and I'm going to take the big chunk and put it in my big container. And this is where the weeding ring comes in really handy. You have this on your finger, and all you do is just take that off and just put it in there. It makes, it makes weeding go very easy and quick. And what you're doing is you're just taking these little bits off. We're going to get our design going. There we go. Oh, that one went flying. There we go. And that's what weeding is. That's all you do, is you're just cleaning up your design, getting all these extras off, because we want to make sure we got it cleaned up so we can place it onto our cup and do our peek-a-boo. Or even, you know, that could be your design that you have, your vinyl design on your cup. You can also do it with that too. You don't have to use this design just for a peek-a-boo. You can do it in any color and put it right on a cup. And that way you don't have to pull it off. You can use permanent vinyl then. Permanent vinyl, they have it in all kinds. 651 is permanent vinyl. And there you have it. So we weeded that. So let me set this aside. Let's set these all aside now. All right. Okay. Oh, and this is, I use this to put my cup kind of level. It's 2 pool noodles. I mean, you can have a fancy stand if you want, but these are just 2 pool noodles cut in half, rubber band together. It gives me a lift. And then I just take a towel so that I can lean it forward towards me. These are great to have on this when you're putting on your water slides, your tattoos, and even like this. And what I've done ahead of time is I have measured out my centers so that I can make this as even as possible on the design that I'm doing. Okay, so let me move that over for a minute. Let me see which we're doing next. All right, I'm trying to rotate these flowers and then put the design on there. All right, we're now gonna take our transfer tape. Let me scooch that so you can maybe see. And then you're gonna take your scraper and you're gonna scrape this onto your transfer tape so that we can remove it off this sheet and put it onto our cup. just want to remove this flower for now, if I can do that. And of course it's going to be a booger. Of course. Yep. Sometimes they are a pain. Once you get them going, there we go. It just takes a little patience. Ooh, 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 ooh. Slow and easy. Get it pulled up. And there we go. See, I pulled it up onto my tape. Now we're going to take this. And I made a little mark here so I know this is where I want the center of this to be, but I want it down here. Not too far down, but, all right, we're going to put it, which way did I do that one? All right, here we go. Now you just go from the center and then move out, move your edges out. Try not to do puckers, and this is a rounded surface, so round, if you can see, the rounded surfaces make it a little harder. So sometimes you can do half of it and then start peeling it up on one side, and then lay the other half down. And I got a problem here, but but I'm going to show you how I fix that. Okay, we have a little problem here where this is not quite laying down right in this edge. You're going to take your tweezers and you're just going to lift that up a little and carefully go slow, pull that up. You're going to pull that up, and then you're going to go from the center and mash it out and get all that pucker out. And we're going to fix this right here the same way. We're going to lift it very carefully. And this is a great way if you have a vinyl that is not laying right and puckering. If you just take your time, you can lift it very carefully. Now we're going to push this out. We're going to work out as many of these creases. And we're going to make sure that's laying flat. We want it to lay flat. We do not want our paint, or what I'm doing with this one is I'm going to spray paint it white or a cream color even. And we're going to do a wood grain over this. All right, so we got that all pressed down. And we'll check it before we do spray paint it just to make sure everything's kind of pressed down enough so we're not going to get any paint underneath, because we don't want that. We want this beautiful glitter to shine through. Okay, and then we're just going to continue around the cup. We're going to go from one end to the other because we want our pattern to be as even, go around as evenly as we can make it. Slide this over because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, take your scraper and scrape down onto your transfer tape, and then we are going to work at getting it off. And sometimes they're just hard, and I know this tape isn't that old. I do reuse this tape over and over and over again until I just can't use it anymore. I do not know why this does not want to come up. But you gotta go slow. Sometimes it just doesn't want to cooperate in the way you want it to. Oh my goodness, what a pain in the butt. All right, there we go. Finally. All right. We're going to do the same thing. I got a mark here at the top, and I'm just going to see how I laid the last one. I did it like this. We're going to keep the same, try and keep the same pattern going the same way. We're going to put that in the middle. There we go. We're going to do that, and we're going to press it onto the cup. We're going to press it down, and then we're going to slowly remove it. And again, if you have any little puckers like we do that didn't, let's see if it'll mash on. Never mind. It mashed down. It just didn't mash hard enough. And then you're just going to press this down and out. You're going to make sure it's down good, like I said, so that when you spray paint over this or glitter over this, it doesn't get up underneath. And that way it keeps your design with this color very crisp and nice. Okay, I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna continue to put my vinyl all the way around, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I finished it. I had to fix a little bit because I forgot a couple little things. But this is how I have decided to do my peek-a-boo, and just do this pattern all the way around. And I put a little one on the bottom. I think it'll just add something different. And so the next step in this is you are going to paint it. You're going to either glitter over this or you're going to spray paint it. And I'm going to spray paint it because I'm going to be doing the wood grain with my alcohol inks. So what I'm going to have to do is I can either use the white or it's an ivory. So depending on the richness that I want showing through, which I'm probably going to do the ivory. And make sure you shake it up really well. This is what I use. Or you could use the matte. The ultra matte is good too, or matte, satin, either one. These work really great, and you're going to do light coats. You don't want drips on these because it will show. So, but I'm going to use the ivory on this one because I want a richer looking wood grain. But this thing here is a lifesaver. You put this on the end. Just going to show you. It's super simple. You just take this and you have a little squeezy button. I don't know if you can see it. You have it's a little, my fingers, those who know me know I suffer from multiple autoimmune diseases, one of which is MS. And my fingers sometimes, they don't want to work. I have osteoarthritis on top of everything else. So I have a hard time spray painting. But this is really cool. You just slip this, you put this on here, you open that up. It fits right on this lip. I don't know if you can see. Fits right on that lip. And make sure your spray nozzle is going out and not in any of those. I've done that. But I'm going to tell you, you have a little trigger here. You shake this up and use this little trigger, and it makes it go a lot quicker. It's easier on your hands, your wrists, your fingers. It is awesome. So I'm going to go and I'm going to spray paint this and get it all prepped and get another base coat on so that I can begin doing my my wood grain, so I can unveil the beautiful peek-a-boo with this beautiful glitter. All right, when I'm done spray painting, and I will be back. Okay, we're back, and I have painted this. Hold on, you need to put that light on. There you go. Light. I have spray painted. I don't know if you can see the peek-a-boos, and I already started, but if you can see them right here. But I spray painted this and I let it dry for about an hour, hour and a half. And now I'm coming in with I put down some cardboard. You can put down some paper to protect my workspace because alcohol inks are messy. Have my apron on and my gloves. I start with ginger, and these are Tim Holtz, alcohol inks, and I start with ginger. And then my next step will be with teak wood. It makes a richer, darker wood finish. So I'm going to get started. Make sure you have a napkin, and then if you need to dilute, make sure you have some of this or some 91% alcohol. All right, let me loosen these up. And you will need a brush, just any old cheap chip brush will do. You can get them, I think, 3 or 4 to a pack at the Dollar Tree. So I've already started this. And the great thing about when you paint and you do ink on it or just paint, you can see where to pull off the vinyl. If I were to do glitter, this would be really hard. You have to pretty much try and mark where your vinyl is, because you will not see it underneath that glitter. You'll have to mark where your vinyl is, either put little tags on it so you can find them, or make sure you take a picture of it so you can go back and look and see where they all are. And that makes it a little more difficult. So, okay. So all I'm doing is I'm just doing a wood grain on this. I'm starting off with the ginger, and I haven't decided, but I may just stick with the ginger. I'm not positive yet. I haven't decided. If I do this, and then because I spray painted it the ivory, it gives it a little richer look. If it were white, it would not be as, it might be a little brighter, lighter. It wouldn't be as rich as what it's showing. If you do like an ivory or a cream, it does have a tendency to pull it and make it richer looking. So you're just going to go all the way around the cup. Make sure you get in between where your designs are, so that you don't have any light spots from your base coat that you put on. And don't be brushing too hard, because then you'll brush your ink right off right to the paint. So, and make sure you're getting in these cracks here too, so you're covering up all that light color once you pull all this tape off and you pull these off the vinyl. And don't forget to do the butt. Always do the butt. You can, if you want it to dry a certain place and you like the lines in it, you can just blow on it. Alcohol ink dries pretty quickly, so you can just blow on it. And make sure when you're going around, just double check, make sure things are pushed down so you don't get ink up underneath there and get it all over that beautiful glitter we had. And this ink, the way I do it, a lot of people, like I said, I do have a tutorial on there on how to wood grain a cup. So if you want to know more details about wood graining, just go on down and you'll see the one that says how to wood grain a cup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to go around this, and I'm going to go ahead and put my other coat on. Then I will be sealing it just like you would for any wood grain, and I need to let it gas off. And I'll be removing these. When I remove these, I'll be back. Hello everybody. Let me fix this a minute. There we go. All right. We have did a clear matte seal coat on this. I've done a couple light coats on it, and I've let it dry. Now I'm ready to take off the vinyl and expose the Peek-A-Boo. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but we're going to take that off. I've already started it, so we're going to start taking it off. We're going to get our tweezers, or you can use your Cricut tool. The only problem with these is the tips always bend. This is my second one, and the tips have always bent on me with the Cricuts. So I kind of like these precision tweezers. And I can't say that word very well now, can I? All right, so we're gonna take off the Peek-A-Boo now to show the glitter underneath. And you need to go slow. You don't want to scratch your wood grain. So you're going to pull it up, you're going to grab a hold of it, and you're going to pull it up really slowly. Now sometimes you'll have the wood grain, the alcohol inks go underneath, and they have a little bit on this, so I'll have to go back and fix that, and I'll show you how after a little bit. I'll show you how I get that off. And we're just peeling this up just slowly to expose that beautiful Mother Dragon's chameleon glitter underneath. Okay, we're going to take that. See these little dots. Now when you first start off doing a Peek-A-Boo, I would not recommend you do one as detailed as mine, and if you do use your wood grain look or some kind of painted, because this is going to be very hard to find under glitter, all these little pieces. It's going to take you a while, and it does take a little time. Okay, so we got that off. Now we're going to move on to this one down here. And I just kind of try and pick a little bit at an end. And I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I try and just grab it with my tweezers and pull just lightly. Pull lightly. All right, got that one off. All right, we got, I think, just a couple more. Oh, I missed one right here. I'll get that in a minute. Let's get the bigger pieces up. Now this has some really tiny bubbles, and we're going to get them off. There we go, got that side. They are tiny and hard to grab. There we go, got it. It would probably be better if I had this on for these little bits. Yes. All right. And just slowly pull those up. missed a little piece right here. There we got it. And then there's a couple little pieces. There we go. And one over here. So I'm saying you got to kind of know what your pattern is, or you will easily miss some. And then we got to get the one we left on the butt. So we're going to pull that up. And this is how you do a peek-a-boo, just like this. And you're going to seal it. Sorry about that. My dog was being a pain. All right, I'm going to pull this off. I forgot I got my wedding ring on. I don't know why this one's deciding to be a booger. There we go. Okay, I think I got them all. Let's take a look. Okay, let me move this. All right, move all these out of my way. And I have a little things I need to fix. So while I got you on here, I'm going to show you, because this is very tedious in here. And so we had a little bit of alcohol ink bleed through. So what I'm going to do is I take a toothpick and I put a little tissue on it, because I need to get in a small space and do very little damage, but I want to get as much of this alcohol ink off this section. It wants to come unwound. Got my gloves on because I don't want to get oils on this, because I'm going to be sealing it, and I don't. There you go. And it's just a small process. You're going to go along and remove that ink off that glitter. It's going to dull it for a moment, but it'll perk back up as soon as you start putting your bright tones back on it. And I'm just going to go through and I'm going to take all that off. But this is what a peek-a-boo looks like. This is that beautiful glitter. I know it isn't even showing how beautiful it really is. But that's that beautiful color shift, chameleon glitter. And I'm going to go through and fix some of these problems, but you know what? I hope that we have inspired you to continue being your wonderfully creative self. Till next time, bye.